Hey guys, welcome to another live stream. Let me see if I'm streaming on Neved real quick, just to make sure I am, live streaming. So hopefully I am. Hopefully I am. Yep. All right, I'm streaming on Neved. What's up, guys? Welcome to another video, live stream slash thing. Let me NBA Young Boys, the first thing that pops up. Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. Let me at everyone with this real quick. You better like this video, brothers. I know I'm going to. That's awesome. That's so cool. I love T-Series. Disgusting. Alright. Well, so basically what we're going to do is, read this beautiful thing. So we get to look at that beautiful face right there. But yeah, so what we're going to be doing is I'm not going to be reading comments very much, but we're going to be reading this book called Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. I have no idea what this is about. I have to do it for homework though, so I know that. So that's why we're reading this. So I don't know why I stopped talking for no reason there. But yeah, essentially we're going to be reading this book. If you guys want to read it for yourselves, because copyright, go check the link in the description. If you guys want to send me fan mail, go check the description. Yada, yada, yada. So, what we're basically going... What did I put in the description? Yeah, if you guys want to read the book for yourself, if you guys want to send me fan mail, you guys can do that. So, what we're going to do is, we're going to read this book, right? And we're going to talk... So, basically how this works is, there's book 1. You scroll down. I haven't read any of this yet, so don't worry. I don't know anything. But I do know that there's, like, certain parts. So, there's book 2, right? So... What we're going to do is we're going to read book 1, right? We're going to read book 1. Then we're going to talk about it. And then we're going to read book 2. So this is from, back in, 1950s, I think this was published. So it's an old book. I have to do it for homework. So I thought, might be fun if I streamed with you guys. I know everything in the book. Don't tell me. My throat. All right. But yeah. So if you guys want to hear my wonderful reading voice, then yeah, we're going to read this. So book 1. Since Troy's assault on Siege, I can't read. Wait, all right. Wait, where's the intro? Is book 1 the intro? Like, cause it doesn't say which part of the intro is. Because, like, I don't know what the intro is. Because if I don't need to read it, I'm not going to read it. But, like, I don't know which part. Like, where's the intro? Is book 1? All right, book 1. All right, let's read book 2 then. Because Jed said, I swear to God, if I fail this test, I'm going to kill you. So book 2. Now this first venture fair befell in the new year to Arthur, whose such feats was ever fain to hear. Although his words were... What is this book? You don't understand. Is that weenus? Alright. But now it's the tactful turns... I'm not like... Alright, I believe you. Wait, let me mod some people in here. I need to mod Mia real quick because it's so difficult. What do they want me to do? Like, I'm so confused. I need to mod Mia. English 1 honors. Yeah. It's so difficult. Alright. So. Alright. When us meet they met. Okay. When I said, but now the task full stir in their hand, methinks be set. Right gladly did Gawain begin these games in hall. If heavy be the end, small wonder. I'm so confused. Small wonder withal. A man hath merry. This is so weird. Merry mind when he hath drunk amain. Speedy. Guys, look. Alex is in the book. Speedy. It's right there. It's him. Yes. This year hath sped and cometh not again. Beginnings to their end do all end like a peer. The Yuletide passed away, and eke the after year. Each season severe. I can't read. It's actually so sad. I'm concerned for your reading. I can't read. It's because I'm like stuttering and I'm embarrassed because I'm like reading it like face cam, so it's weird. Shut up. That changing flesh for fish. This is so weird. Doth. I'm not even paying attention. Doth simpler food provide. The weather of the worlds with winter then doth collide. The cold no longer clings. The clouds themselves uplift. Shed swift the rain and warm. The showers of springtide drift. Fall fair upon the field. The flowers all unfold. The grass and e'en whatever the groves all green ye may behold. The birds begin to build and greet with joyful song. Solace of summer sweet, the full of worth year long. Yeah, I'm gonna try to ignore you. Maybe I'm wrong. Whoops, the intro's on Fortnite. Devin's missing book 1 now. You know, he told me to read book 1. Am I supposed to read book 1 or book 2? Because like, I'm not playing Fortnite. Am I supposed to, what is book 1? What is book 2? Like, I'm pretty sure there's 3 parts. There's 4 parts, right? So, but Jensen, you lied to me. I'm not reading that page again. I'm gonna read. All right, let's do this again. Jensen, you lied to me. All right, book 1. Since Troy's assault and siege, I trow, were overpassed. To bands and ashes burnt that straggly burg at last. And he, the traitor, proved for reason that he wrought, was fitly tried and judged. His fortune elsewhere sought. The truest knight on earth. I'm not gonna even pronounce that. With his kin, who vanquished provinces and did as princes win. Of all the western isles, the wealth and worth alway. Since Romulus to Rome, full swift hath hit something his way. First hath he founded fair that city in his pride, to which he gave his name. It bears it to its tide. I'm not going to even pronounce his name either. Both dwellings found, turning to Tuscany, and Langobard, a race raised up in Lombardy. I'm actually going to drown myself. I'm sorry. I thought book 1 was the interest. It's okay. But Felix Brutus sailed full far. Oh, that's the French flood, and on its banks so broad, founded in Britain, the good in bliss, where war no wonder fails, and near no one. What are these words? Neved. That would be me. I'm Neved. Nor shall both bliss and bale their shifting chances miss. And when the Baron bold had Britain made, I trow, both men were bred therein, who love strife well enow. And many a war they waged in good days of yore, of marvels stern and strange, in this land many more. Having changes then otherwise this time I ween. But all the kings who hear, or is it, what does this mean?
Air.
Alright, air. Okay. What is...
Or.
Or and the way she...
Or. Or.
That sounds so great. All right. Oh my god, that's lit. Okay. All I need to know. How do you not know this? I'm not intelligent. All right. But of all kings who I forgot how to say it again. For Christ's sakes, it's or and
Air.
Okay. All right. Heir o'er Britain's lords have been. Fairest was Arthur, all and boldest so men tell. Therefore, I think to shew a venture that befell in his time, which some men for a sheer wonder hold, and strange above all tales that be of Arthur told. If ye wish to list this lay a little while in sooth, I'll tell ye as I heard it from in the town for truth with tongue, as it does stand to wit, in story stiff and strong, in letters fairly writ, the land had known it long. I'm so weird. I cannot lay the king, all on a Christmas tide, with many a lovely lord and gallant knight beside, and all of the table round did the rich brotherhood. High revel hold right, and mirthful was their mood. Of times, this is so weird. Of times of tourney bent the gallant sought the field, and gentle knights in joust would shiver speared and shield. I hate reading like out loud, like just because, right? So whenever I read out loud, I feel like I'm gonna screw up like this one word, and I'm gonna be like screw it up, and someone's gonna be like idiot and like insult me, and I'm gonna be really sad. So it bothers me. Anon would seek this court for sport and carol gay. For 15 days full the feast was held away, with all the meat and mirth that men might well devise. Right glorious with glee the rang in righteous wise. Glad clamor through the day, dancing throughout the night. Good luck throughout the hall and chambers well fucking I don't know. Had lords and ladies fair, each one as pleased and best. With all this world's weal they dwelt, those gallant guests. For Christ no braver knights had faced or toil or strife, no fair ladies, no fair. How did I forget to say it again? Air. Oh my God. Air held court, forsooth. For all the good folk were air in their first youth, and still. All right, I'm gonna read comments now because I'm confused. I have to read 89 pages of this. Deven, is this a translate? Yeah, I got a smoothie. How dare you not give me a smoothie? It's Aaron Orr. Thank you, Sap. Thank you, Dagny. You're a legend. I'd rather someone reading this to me expect me reading to. Yeah, I get what you mean. Get out of my room, you peasant. Get out of my room, you peasant. I'm gonna knock you down. Get out of my room.
You're screaming. You can't do that.
I can do that. I'm gonna get like a padlock or some shit. Hey, Jensen, if you could find an online book for me where I can like read it better, please send it. I just gelled my hair for the first time like ever, and my hair feels so beautiful. But yeah, it feels beautiful. That's me. Deven, you're a small brain. Oh, Dawson, you are a small brain. I was gonna say, how dare you? The happiest under heaven, a king of stalwart rill. He was, I don't know. We're not hard with him to even, another host on hill. So young the new year was, methinks it was just born. Double upon the days, they served the meat that morn. Into the hall he came, with all his knights the king. It's Een this time. What is it Ain?
Een.
Okay, I had it right the first time. No one wants to know about your girlfriend. Stop. Double upon the days that served to meet the morn. Into the hall he came with all his knights the king. E'en at the chapel choir, to the end the mass did sing. Loud rang the voice of clerk and contra there aloft. Noel, Noel, I don't know. Noel, they sang, and cried the world full oft. And sithen forth they ran for Hansel fair and free. Their New Year's gifts they pray, or give them readily. And then about the gifts they make their... I'm actually going to drown myself while reading this. Like, I'm going to do the ice bucket challenge, and like, I don't know, man. If I was reading this, yeah, dude, this isn't the right one. I'm reading it like 600 years ago. It's so weird. Luke, find me a link and send it to me on Discord so I can actually read it, because like this is horrible. Their New Year's gifts they pray or give them readily, and then about the gifts they make debate enow. And ladies laugh full loud, though they have lost. I trow. Tro, I don't know. It's Tro, right? Yeah. And this I ready ye well, not Roth, who had won, and all this mirth they made till meal time came anon. The board was set, they washed, and then in the order meet, the noblest A above, each gallant took his seat. When Gaynor gaily clad, stepped forth among them all, upon the royal days, high in midmost hall. Sandal swept at her side, and eke above her head, eke. A tapestry of tars and choice tulips outspread, and all embroidered fear and set with gems so gay, they might be of proud and year their worth would pay one day. Right fair she was seen, the queen, with eyes of shining gray, the fairer he had seen, no man might soothly say. All right, I just read a start of a book. I'm gonna wait for. Where is it? You're gonna message me. Oh no, I screwed it up. Arthur, he would not eat till all were served with food. Glad of. I'm just listening. I got no idea. I don't either. Respect to the people who dedicate their channels to reading aloud. Massive respect, dude. Like I can't do this. Like this is horrible. I'm doing this for homework. Hey, what's up, brother? Yeah, I have no idea what's going on either. It's just talking about how the king is giving people food and knights and stuff. I'm gonna look up a summary after, but this is like so weird. Arthur, he would not eat till all were served with food. Glad of his gladness be he, somewhat of childlike mood. A changeful life he loved, he liked it not a whit. Either, is it or? Yeah, either or long to lie. And, I don't know! Or e'en or long to sit. It took me like a minute to figure that out. So chef his youthful blood, and ekes his busy brain. Eek! Also a custom good to which the king was fain. Through valor established fast, that never would he eat on such highly holiday ear yet adventured meat. We're told unto his ear. We're told unto his wait. What does that even mean? Or wondrous tale now, I know. Or else a marvel guys, look, Black Panther. Can I edit this to make it say like Black Panther or something? Oh, I can. Sick. Tales of his father days of arms or empty or empress high. Or e'en some is it e'en? Yeah, e'en some night besought another skill to try. To join with him in a joust in jeopardy delay. Life against life, each one. Why? Why am I being bothered every single time I try to read book? Big no.
First of all, take your headphones off and shut off your phone when you're doing your homework. That's the rule.
Okay.
Thank you.
Never. I will never take my headphones off. It will never end. My phone is off, but I will never take my headphones off. Because I'm reading to you guys. And that's what really matters. Today's my last day of summer. Here you go. Skip the intro. I'm not skipping the intro. This is what's supposed to happen. I don't want to skip it. Face fear. Alright, wait, where was I? Of hap knifely play, as fortune then may aid in quest of honor fair. This was his custom good, and when us court he were, at each high holiday, among his courtiers there in the hall. Fair faced and free of fear, he sitteth o'er them all. Shut up. Wait, I missed what happened. I heard something different. Was that your mom? Yeah, my mom came in. It was a bra moment. Right keen in the new year and maketh mirth withal. This is horrible. So, did he find me? Did she find me a link? Is this? Yes, I can actually read the book. Oh my god. Thank you. Wait, I'm gonna get a scam call. Who wants to hear? Listen to my alarm. They hang up on me. This is racist. All right, but I actually found the book now, so I'm just gonna close that. Thank you. Where was I again? Arthur wouldn't eat until all were served. This is awesome. Thank you. They should make an audiobook. Need to read. Bet they should. That'd be so lit. Devin was suffering. I was actually like dead. Thank you. I owe you. I'll give you V-Bucks. Epic Ninja win. Yeah, you guys heard Ninja. Should I call the scammer back? I'm gonna call him back. Bet. I'm calling him back.
Hi, this is Julie with Reward Redemption. We called you because you recently visited one of our affiliate websites, and in appreciation, we have a $100 retail rebate voucher for you. It's redeemable at popular stores like Walmart, Best Buy, Home Depot, and many more. Press 1 now to receive your $100 retail.
Dude, I can get a $100 retail reward. This is so.
Hello, thank you for calling the rewards department. This is Julie. May I have your first name and last name?
My first name is Ligma and my last name is Balls.
Boss, that is your last name.
Yes.
Thank you, boss, for that information.
Mm-hmm.
Now, sir, expect the package within 5 business days, and once you receive it, you are no limit to what you can purchase. So you can buy merchandise, clothes, electronic, groceries, and online shopping as well.
Awesome. Thanks.
Now, sir, it's valid for 1 year the voucher, and you are no limit to what you can purchase. So the only thing you are responsible for is the one-time shipping of $2.95. But before we do that, may I have the mailing address to send you the voucher?
My address is 420 69th Street.
What is the city? What is the zip code?
69497.
What is the name of the street, sir?
Leave. I know you're there. Can you actually like not come in? You're actually bothering me. That was so worth it. All right. Now I'm gonna have to read the book. So where is it? That was so worth it. Where was it? First, the core. All right, but Arthur would not eat. He was so merry in mirth and somewhat childlike in his manner. His life pleased him well. He loved little either to lie long or sit long. So busied him his young blood and his wild brain. And another custom moved him also, that he thought chivalry had taken up. He would never eat upon such a dear day before he was told an uncouth tale of some adventurous thing, or some great marvel that he could believe, of ancient heroes, of arms, or of other adventures, or unless some person demanded of him a sure knight to join him with his jousting, and to incur peril, to risk his life against life, trusting each in the other, leaving the victory to fortune. This was the king's custom whenever he held the court of each. Yeah, you see, I can actually read this. Like, what if someone donated? It said Deven. If someone donated and it said my location, I'd actually get so pissed. Dagny, that wasn't my actual address. All right. I said my name was Ligma Balls. That wasn't my actual address. That was so worth it. All right. All right. For now, if someone donated and said my first name and last name, I'd actually get so scared. Like, I'd be like, oh god. And so, undaunted face, he strides stoutly to his steed of that new year, making great mirth with everybody. Thus wait, is this the introduction though? Do I have to? I don't know if I have to read this part, because if you look down here, right, the second. So I'm not sure if I need to read the first part, but I'm going to anyway, because I'm fat. Where is it? And so with undaunted face, he strides stoutly to his seat on the new year, making great mirth with everybody. Thus the great king stands waiting before the high table, talking of trifles for courtesy. I don't know how to say that. The good Gawain. Still, and is even better. It's a the good Gawain was placed there besides Guinevere and Agravain of the hard hand sat on the other side, both of these then the king's sister's sons and full sure knights. Bishop Baldwin at the top begins the table, and Gawain, Urien's son, ate by himself. They were placed on the days and honorably served, and after them many a good man at the side tables. Then the first course came in with blare of trumpets, which each were hung with many a bright banner. A new noise of kettle drums with the noble pipes, wild and stirring melodies wakened the echoes, to that many a heart heaved full high of the tone. Dainties of precious meats followed, foison of fresh viands, and so many dishes that it was difficult to find place before the people to set on the cloth of silver that held their several courses. Each man, as he himself preferred, partook without hesitation. Every two had 12 dishes between them, good beer and bright wine both. I can't drink beer or wine, but I'm sure it was great. All right, so because I can't, I'm underage, and I've never had a drink of like any of that stuff. So YouTube, I know you're listening. That's something I'm asking with the stream. It does completely. Yeah. Now will I tell you no more of their service, for everybody must well understand that there was no lack of opportunity for the people to take their food. Neved, now you're... Wait, I'm at 80? No, I'm not. Oh my god! Well, people seem to like me reading because I just gained 5 subs. Wow. That's lit. Thanks. I'm not gonna show that because it's gonna have my address, and that's lit. But yeah. Alright, what was I at? Another noise full of news suddenly drew nigh. Nay, for scarcely had the music ceased at a moment, and at first course there had been properly served in their court. Then there had burst in at the hall door an awesome being, in the height of one of the tallest men in the world, from the neck to the waist so square and so thick. He was thick, was he, and his lions and his limbs so long and so great, than half giant I believed him to have been, or at any rate the largest of men, and withal of the handsomest in spite of his bulk, that ever rode. Obviously, that's me. For through his back and breast, that never mind, it's not me. Were so vast, yet his belly and waist were properly slim, and all his form accordingly. Full fairly shaped, at the hue of his noble face, men wondered. He carried himself in a hostile fashion and was entirely. Oh, it's the Green Knight. Okay. Okay. Alright. I got a Reddit notification. Did I beat my brother in subs? Because if I'm at 81 here, right? Yeah, me and my brother are tied in subs. Let's go. I almost beat my brother in subs. Lit. Was it all green was this man in his clothing? A straight coat sat tight to his sides. A fair mantle above, adorned with the lining showed with costly trimming of shining white fur, and such a hood also that was caught back from his locks and lay on his shoulders. The hem was stretched, hose of the same green that clung to his calf, and clean spurs under of bright gold upon silk bands richly bared, and shoes on his shanks as the hero rides. And all his I think I might do should I do like a multiple parter of this? Because I really don't know if I should read the entire book. Like, what if I read half of it today, right? And half of it tomorrow? Would you guys like that? Or do you guys want me to read the full thing? Because, for one, I'm lazy. And two, wait, I am going to the movies tomorrow, though. So, I might have to do it, like, a certain time. But, like, yeah. My hair is so... Hair. Like, if I do half, it'll probably be way easier. But, Shanks of the hero rides, and all his vesture verily was clean verdure, both the bars of his belt. Wait, let me really quickly before I continue on. Let me figure out. This is the second, right? Let me figure out how many pages are in the second part, and then we'll figure out how much. Yeah, there's the third. Let me figure out how many parts there are. There's the fourth. What if I just scroll? And there's notes. So, yeah, if we do half, right, I'll just read the first two parts. And when we get to the third... Mom, what are you watching? Me, someone reading. Alright, so I was on page 5, right? Yeah. And his vesture verily was clean verdure, both the bars of his belt and the other beach with stones that were set in fine array about himself and his saddle, worked on silk. It would be too difficult to tell the half of the trifles that were embroidered there, with birds and flies, with gay gods of green, the good over in the middle. Also, like, it's saying, I'm pretty sure gay means happy, like, it meant happy back in those times, so, like, it's weird, I don't know. And all the same, and his saddle bow likewise, and his fine reins that glimmered and glinted all of the green stones. The horse that he rode on was full of the same color too, a green horse, great and thick. A steed full stiff to gild. I have a vacuum. Yeah, there's a vacuum in the background. That's my bad. Let me fix my audio so it's not as loud. Wait. Yeah, there's like a vacuum in the background. So let me turn this down a little bit. Deven Fan has subscribed. That's lit. That's awesome. Alright, I'm gonna turn that down a little bit. Deven Fan, that's lit. How many subs do we have now, brother? We beat my brother in subs.
Wait, I'm at 80?
Yes. We beat him in subs. Big sub, big beat. We beat my brother in subs. Yes. 15 likes. Stop reading that. No. Alright. Where was I? This hero was perfectly dressed in green, and his hair on the shoulders matched up. And the hair of his head matched that of his horse. Fair flowing locks enfolded his shoulders. A beard as big as a bush hung over his breast, and it, together with his splendid hair that reached from his head, was trimmed evenly all round above his elbows, so that half his arms were caught thereunder in the manner of the king's hood that covered his neck. This mane of the greatly horse was much like it, very curled and combed, with knots full many folded in with the gold wire about the fair green, and always one knot of the hair, another of gold. I should dye my hair. Like, I don't know why I've been like saying I should, but I should. Where was I? Yeah. Of King said the cover his neck. The mane of that great horse was very much like a very curly and combed, with knots full many folded in with gold wire about the fair green. Always one knot to the hair, always one knot of the hair, another of gold. The tail and the forelock were twined in the same way, and both bound with a band of bright green, set with a full precious stones, the whole length of the dock, and then tied up with a thong in a tight knot, where many rang bells full of bright and burnished gold. Such a steed in the world, such a hero as rides him, was never beheld in the hall before that time. His glances were like bright lightning, so said all that saw him. It seemed as if no man could endure under his blows. Like that's his description. He seems like, right? Deven is the best, dude. Yeah, that's what's good. Really, he had neither helm nor hauberk, nor gorget, armor nor breastplate, nor shaft nor shield to guard or to smite. But in his one hand he had a holy twig, that its greenest when groves are bare, and an axe in his other, a huge and prodigious one, a weapon merciless almost beyond his description. The head that had the vast of an elyard, and the blade of all green steel and beaten gold, the bit brightly burnished with a broad edge, as well as shaped for cutting as sharp razors. The stern warrior gripped it by the steel of its stout staff, which was wound with iron to the end of the wood, and all engraven with green and beeches work. A lace was lapped about it, and that was fastened at the head and tied up often along the helf, with many precious tassels attached on rich embroidered buttons. Let me turn off my phone. All right. Tassler on the rich embroidered buttons of the bright green. This hero turns him and enters the hall, riding straight to the high days, fearless of mischief. He greeted never a one. I'm just gonna assume no one, but looked thoughtfully about, and the first word that he uttered was, "Where is the governor of this company? Gladly I would see that the hero and speak with him." What? Gladly I would see the hero and speak with him. He cast his eye on the knights and rode fiercely up and down, stopped and gan ponder who was there most renowned. So that means something. I don't know, man. 83 subs. We beat my brother in subs. That's an achievement, brothers. Let me go back to the stream because it just closed down. My bad. Sorry. Big book. All right. All gazed fixedly on the man, for everybody marveled what might mean that a knight and a horse could have such a color, as green ground as the grass, and greener it seemed, shining brighter than green animal or gold. All were amazed who stood there and stalked nearer to him, with all the wonder of the world what he would do. For many marvels had they seen, but such never before. Therefore, nor phantom nor fairy the folk there deemed it, and for all the reason might a noble warrior was slow to answer, and all were astonished at his voice, and sat stone still in a deep silence throughout the rich hall. Their voices sank as though they had suddenly fallen asleep. I deem, however, that it was not all for fear, but somewhat for courtesy. But now let him to wait. But now let him to who I'm so bad. But now let him to who this is so weird. But now let him to whom all defer undertake the wabbit. My phone keeps turning off. Alright. Then Arthur before the high days beheld that adventure, and saluted the stranger properly, for never was he afraid, and said, "Sir, welcome indeed to this palace. I am called Arthur, the head of this hostel. Lightly courtesy down and tarry. Curtsily, oh my god, courtesied. I can't read. Like, fuck's sake. Like why can't I say courteously, whatever. Courteously down and tarry, I pray thee. And whatso thy will is we shall wait after. This is so weird. This is such a strange book. Nay, so help me, he that sits on high, quoth the hero. To dwell any time in this house was not my errand, but because the fame of this people is lifted up so high, and thy town and thy men are held the best, the stoutest and steer gear on steeds to ride, and the whitest and the worthiest of the king of the world's kind, and proved opponents and other proper sports. And here courtesy is known, and as I have heard, it is that he enticed me higher hither certainly at this time. You may be sure by this branch that I bear here that I pass in peace and seek no quarrel. For if I had set out with the company in fighting fashion, I have a hauberk at home, and a helm both, a shield and a sharp spear shining bright, and other weapons to wield. If ween well also, but since I wish no war, my weeds are softer. Now if thou be as bold as all men, thou wilt grant me graciously the game that I ask. Arthur knew how to answer and said, Sir courteous knight, if the battle then thou cravest, thou shalt not fail of a fight here. How long have I been streaming? Flamingo. That's not Flamingo. Stop screwing around with me, brother. Yeah, that's not Flamingo. See? Don't lie to me. To the hair. Shut up. Guys, look. We just got subscribed to by Flamingo. Flamingo from the Flamingo. That's scary. I'm doing homework right now. Same. I'm gonna get a drink of... Actually, no, I'm not. I can wait. Nay, I demand no fight. In faith, I tell thee there are but beardless children. I need to grow a beard. He's calling me his bitch. I need to grow a beard. I should grow a beard. But no man here to match me. Their might is so weak. Therefore, I crave from this court a Christmas game. For it is Yule and New Year, and here are so many gallons. If there be such a man in this house who holds himself so hardy, and so bold in his blood, so rash in his head, then he dares stiffly strike one stroke for another, I shall give him as a gift this rich disarm, this axe that is heavy enough to handle as he likes, and I shall abide the first blow as bare as I sit. If any warrior be white enough to try what I propose, let him heap lightly to me and take this weapon. I quit claim it forever. Let him keep it as his own, and I shall stand him a stroke firmly on this floor. At any time, by Our Lady, thou will grant me at the boon of dealing him another blow. I will give him respite of the 12th month and a day. Now hey, and let us see quickly if any heron dare say aught. What? Now, really quickly, let me see how many pages it gets to page number 3. So it's only like another 24 pages, but if 6 pages took me 30 minutes, this might take me like 2 hours. If he had astonished them at first, stiller were than all the retainers in hall, the high and the low. The warrior on his steed settled himself in his saddle, and fiercely his red eyes, he's like Satan, he reeled about, bent his thick brows, shining green, and waved his beard, awaiting whoso would rise. When none would answer, he coughed out, stretched himself hotly, and began to speak. What? Is this Arthur's house? Said the hero then. That is famous through so many realms. Where is now your pride and your conquest, your fierceness and your wrath and your great words? Now is the revel and the renown of the round table overcome by the word of a single man? For all that tremble for dread without a blow shown? With this he laughed so loud that the Lord grieved. The blood shot for shame into his fierce face. He waxed as he wroth as the wind, and so did all that were there. The king, so keen of mood, then stood near the proud man. Well, I mean, the Green Knight sounds like a badass. So, I mean, I wouldn't go because I'd probably died. I left and read the 4-page summary. Wow. You should send me the 4-page summary so I can just be done. If I read the 4-page summary, will I be just like, don't even have to worry about this? Like, I'll still read the book, but... Sir, said he, by heaven thy asking is foolish, and as thou hast demanded folly, it behooves thee to find it. I know no man that is aghast. Okay, you should send me it. What was supposed to... Of thy great words, give me now his sorrow for God's sake, and I will grant thy boon that thou hast bidden. Quickly he leaped to him and caught it at his hand, and the other alights fiercely on foot. Now Arthur has his axe, and grips the helve. He whirls it sternly about as he is meant to strife with it. The bold stranger stood upright before him, higher than any in the house, by a head and more. With stern shield he stood, stroked his beard, and with cool countenance drew down his coat. No more afraid or dismayed from Arthur's great strokes, than than if one had bought him a drink of wine upon the beach. Gawain? Yeah, Gawain, that sat by the queen, turned to the king. I beseech now with all courtesy that this affair might be mine. I still have no idea. Part 2 begins with a brief summary of the New Year's feast. Part 1. The poet calls the great night game with. I'm just going to read this. I sense it. Hey! The poet describes an elaborate language. I'm going to read this after I'm done with the book. So I'm just going to close that for now. But I'm going to pin that. Because it's going to be useful later. Would ye, worthy lord, quoth Gawain to the. Gawain, I forgot his name. Gawain. I'm just going to call him. Sir Gawain. Okay, I almost called him Gawain again. Gawain to the king. Bid me step from this bench and stand by you there, that I without rudeness might leave this table, and that my lineage lady liked it not ill. I would come to your help before your rich court, for methinks it's obviously unseemly that you're in asking is which so much of in your hall, even though ye yourself be willing to take it upon you, while so many bold ones sit about you on the bench, than whom, I ween, none under heaven are higher of spirit, nor more mighty on the field with worse strength is reared. I am the weakest I know, and the feeblest of wit, and here to tell the truth there would be the least loss in my life. I am only to praise for as much as ye are my uncle. No other nobility than your blood know I am in my body. What? And since this adventure is so foolish, it belongs not to you. I have asked it of you first. Give it to me. Let this great court decide if I have not spoken well. The heroes took counsel together, and they all gave the same advice: to free the crowned king and give the game to Gawain. Gawain. Sir Gawain. I keep saying Gawain. I'm going to get a drink so my throat stops dying. Give me a second. Big milk, big milk, big milk. But yeah. So now I can drink. Probably have a milk mustache because I'm so beautiful with that. But hopefully now my throat doesn't like die because, you know, existence is futile. But yeah. Gawain goes to the man with Gassarm in one hand, and he boldly awaits him, shrinking never a whit. Then speaks to Sir Gawain the knight in the green. Rehearse we are in agreement before we go farther. First, I conjure thee, hero, how thou art called, that thou tell me it truly so, that I may believe it. In good faith, quoth the knight. In good faith, quoth the knight. Gawain I am called, who give you the buffet. What, buffet? Or buffet, obviously. I'm so fucking stupid. Whatever befalls after. And at this time 12th I am to take from thee another with whatever weapon thou wilt, and from no one white else alive. In good faith, quoth the knight, Gawain I am called, who give you the buffet, whatever. I'm not reading this part. The other ones answer, Sir Gawain, so thrive as I am heartily glad that thou shalt give this blow. 18. I don't know why did I say that. By God, quoth the Green Knight, Sir Gawain, it delights me that I get at thy fist, and I have requested here, and thou hast readily and truthfully rehearsed the whole of the covenant that I have asked of the king, save that thou shalt assure me by the troth that thou will seek, oh fucking God, me thyself, wheresoever thou thinkest I. This is so weird, even if it's like the newer version. Like, I don't even want to read it anymore. It's so strange. Oh, fuck. My microphone shocked me. Oh my God. Oh my god. Oh my god. What is wrong with me? My throat and my eyes. I shocked myself on my microphone and it hurts. Gawain goes hunting every day and gets seduced by a lady, and in return for each kid he gets from the lady, he gives it to the host, and then he gets stuff and becomes a knight. Oh my god. I'm actually like crying because the microphone like it shocked me. Like, oh, it hurts. All right. No. My troth that thou wilt seek but me thyself. All right. Found upon this earth and fetch for thyself such wages as thou dealest me today before this rich company. Where should I seek thee? Quoth Gawain. Why is this thy? Where is thy place? I know never where thou livest. By him that then wrought me. Nor do I. Should I? I mean, I'm so close to getting to book 2. I'm so close. I'm pretty sure it's 26 pages. Is it? Third is on 24, so it's gonna be a while for me because I'm only on like page 9. But tell me truly the way and how thou art called, and I will use all my wit to win my way thither, and then I swear thee for a sooth and my sure troth. No year will suffice for that, no more is needed now, quoth the man in green to Gawain that courteous. To tell the truth, after I have received thy tap, and thou hast smitten me well, I shall promptly inform thee of my house and my home and mine own name. Then thou mayest inquire about my journey and hold promise. And if I speak no speech, then thou speedest the better, for thou mayest linger at ease in thy land and seek no further. Take now the grim tool to thee, and let us see how thou knockest. Gladly, sir, forsooth, Gawain, I got it right, as he strokes his axe. 19. The Green Knight on the ground prepared himself properly, with his little head bowed as he disclosed his flesh, his long, lovely locks laid over his crown, and let the naked nape of his neck showed for the blow. Gawain gripped his axe, and gathered it on high, and then left foot he set before on the ground, and let the axe lightly. Imagine like holding up and just going like instead of like slamming it down on his head, he just go and just like tap him. So the sharp edge severed the giant's bones. Oh. 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 And the light axe smartly down into the naked flesh, so that the sharp edge severed the giant's bones and shrank through the clear flesh, and sheared it in twain, till the edge of the brown steel bit into the ground. The fair head fell from the neck to the earth, and many pushed it with their feet where it rolled forth. The blood burst from the body and glistened onto the green. Yet never faltered nor fell the hero for all that, but stoutly he. I'm so confused. He just murdered him. Wait. Wait. Yeah, I know. Why do we have to read this? This is bullshit. He just killed him. Why? What was the point of that? He just straight up killed him. Is Speed still texting me? Alright, no, he's not. Okay. He just killed him. I don't know. Go back in the video to find out. But, yet never faltered, nor fell the hero for all that, but stuff. I haven't even tried reading it yet. Neither have I, brother. It's so weird. I'll send you a link if you want to download it. Then he turned to his steed, seized the bridle, stepped into the steel bow, and strode along, holding the head in his hand by the hair. And as soberly the man sat in his saddle as if no mishap had ailed him, though he was headless on the spot. He turned his trunk around, the ugly body that bled. Many a one of them thought that he had lost his reason. He just killed him! I'm only on page 10. I'm so confused. For he held the head straight up in his hand, turned the face towards the highest of the days, and it lifted up on the eyelids and looked straight out, and spoke thus much with his mouth. And ye may know it now here. Look, Gawain, that thou be ready to go as thou hast promised, and seek loyally, hero, till thou find me, as thou hast promised me in the hall in this hearing of the knights. To the green chapel go thou, I charge thee, to receive such a blow as thou hast dealt. Thou deservest to be promptly paid on New Year's morn. As the knights of Green Chapels, many men know me. Therefore, if thou strivest to find me, thou shalt never fail. And so come, as it behooves thee to be reaching recreant. I don't know. With a wild rush, he turned to the reins and flew out all the hall door, his head in his hand, so that the fire of the flint flew from the fool's hoofs, whatever. To what country he vanished knew none there, no more than they wist whence he has come. The king and Gawain roared with laughter at the green man, but this adventure was reckoned a marvel among men. That was so, like, I'm on page 10. I'm so confused. Though the courteous king wondered in his heart, he let no semblance be seen. Epically thick. Like, wait, Luke, why did he kill him? I was paying attention, but I'm still confused on how they worded it. Why did they kill him? Pages is 50 pages. I'm on page 10. Like, why did they kill him? Because they really gave no explanation for why, they just did. Like, so I'm confused, you know? Because I'm only going to read, like, a little bit more. Because he asked him to cut his head off and then he would... But that... Yeah, I get that part, but why? That doesn't make sense. Alright, well... See you later, I guess. Dear Dan, today be never dismayed. Well becoming are such tricks. My reading. Big yes. Nevertheless, I may well go to my meat, for I cannot deny that I have seen a marvel. He glanced at Sir Gawain and said cheerfully, Now, sir, hang up thine axe, as it is soon enough, and it was put above the days to hang on the tapestry, where all men might marvel at it, and by it avouch the wonderful happening. Then they turned to the board, these heroes together, the king and the good knight, and the keen men served them, doubtful of all dainties, I don't know, and was most fitting, with all manner of meat, and minstrelsy bold, they spent the day in joy until it came to an end. Now take care, Sir Gawain, that thou blench not for the pain to prosecute this adventure that thou hast taken on hand. I thought he wanted him to knight him. Like, I was so confused. Because now we're on part 2 of the book, right? Part 2. There's 4 parts. We're on part 2. So, like, I'm so confused because I thought he wanted to get knighted, not, executed. So I was like, bruh. 19 likes. Wow, a lot of people think 85 subscribers. Let's go. We gained 10 subscribers this stream because people were like, "Man, this book is." Wanted to get. Shut up. People were like, "Dang, this book is really good." So now I have to read. This handful of adventures had Arthur at the beginning in the young years, since he yearned to hear boasting. Although there was little news when they went to the streets, now they are provided with stern work, their hands quite full. Gawain was glad to begin those games in the hall, but it would not be surprising if the end were heavy, for those men be merry in mind when they have much drink. Yet a year runs full swiftly, and yields never the same, and beginning full seldom matches the end. And so this Yule went by, and the year after that, each season in turn following the other. After Christmas came the crabbed Lent that tries the flesh with fish, and more simply food, but then the weather of the world quarrels with winter. And though the cold still clings, the clouds left, Capio, however, descends the rain in warm showers, and falls upon their fair earth. Flowers which show there, green and are the garments both of the fields and of the groves. Birds hurry to build, and lustily they sing for solace of the soft summer that follows thereafter. Blossoms swell into bloom in rows of rich and rank, and lovely notes are heard into the beauteous wood. Wait, how long have I been yeah, this book is gonna take me so long to read. So after the season of summer with soft winds, when Zephyrus blows on the seeds and herbs, happy is the plant that waxes them. When the dank dew drops from the leaves to await the blissful glance of the bright sun. But then the harvest hastens and hardens it soon, warns it to ripe, wax full ripe against the winter. Against the winter. He drives with drought the dust to rise, from the face of the earth to fly full high. The wild wind of the welkin wrestles with the sun. The leaves fall from the bough and light on the ground. My nose is hurting. I don't know why. The grass becomes all gray and earth with green. My nose is dead. Stop being dead. He drives with drought from the dust to rise, from the face of the earth to fly full high. The wild wind of the welkin wrestles with the sun. The leaves fall from the bough and light onto the ground. The grass becomes all gray and earth was green. Then all ripes and rots, that which formerly flourished, and thus runs the year in yesterday's many. And winter returns again without asking any man, till the Mitchellman's moon has come and will to rise. Then thinks Gawain full of his anxious voyage. Alright, so I'm still so confused. Yet till All Hallows Day with Arthur he lingers, and Arthur made a feast of the festival for the hero's sake, with great and gay revel of the Round Table. Knights full courteous and comely ladies, all for the love of that man were in sorrow, but nevertheless they spoke only of mirth. And many a joyless one that there made jest for the gentleman's sake. After meat, he mournfully addresses his uncle and speaks of his passage, and openly he says, "Now, liege lord of my life, leave I ask of you. My throat is dying. I don't know why, and I don't like it. It's hurting. Alright, where was I? Now, liege lord of life, leave I ask of you. Ye knows the coast of this case. I do not care to tell you even a trifle of its dangers, but I am ready to start for the fray no matter than late tomorrow morn, to seek the man in the green as God will guide me." Then the best of the castle gathered together, Gawain and Eric, the others full many, Sir Dondino and the Sauvage. Then the Duke of Clarence, Lancelot and Lionel and Lucan the Good, Sir Bors and Sir Bedivere, big men both, and many other proud ones, with Mador de la Porte, and all this company of the court came near to the king to counsel the night, with care at their hearts. There was much deep grief felt in the hallway that so worthy one as Gawain should go on that errand, to endure a sorry din and deal with none himself with his brand. But the knight ever made good cheer, and said, "Why don't I swerve from stern and strange destiny? What can a man do but try?" So, I don't know. He lingered there all day, and on the morn made ready. Early he asked for his arms, and they were all brought. First the carpet of Toulouse, I don't know, was stretched over the floor, and much was the gilt gear that gleamed upon it. The brave men stepped thereon and handled the seat, clad in doubtly of costly tars. And afterwards was a well-wrought hood, put of the sabatons upon the hero's feet, lapped his legs of steel with fairly greaves, to which were attracted well-polished pulleys, fastened about his knees with knots of gold. Finally, cussies with them, and willing classes thick, brawny thighs they attached with thongs. Next, a decorated byrnie of bright steel rings upon his precious stuff encased the hero, and well-burnished braces him on his two arms with elbow pieces goodly and gay, and gloves of plate, and all goodly gear that might avail him at the time. So, other stuff is going on. With rich coat armor, gold spurs well fastened, and a sure brand girt with the side and a silken sash. So, the five winds. Wait. Yeah. So harnessed as he was, he heard his mass offered and adored at the high altar. So how many pages do we have? Like 10? 10, 11. So harnessed, he heard his mass offered and adored at the high altar. Then he came to the king and his court. Courtesy took his leave of lords and ladies, and they kissed him, and convoyed him, entrusting him to Christ. By that time was Gringelot ready, and girt with a saddle that gleamed full gaily with many gold fringes. Everywhere nailed anew, prepared for that emergency. The bridle bared about was bound with bright gold, the decoration of the breastplate and all of his fine housing. The crupper and caparison according with the saddle bow, and it was all adorned with rich red gold nails that glittered and gleamed like the gleam of the sun. Then he took his helm and quickly kissed it. It was stoutly stapled and stuffed within, and it was high on his head, haste above with the light ears and over the ventail. Embroidered in brown with the best gems on a broad silken border, the birds on the... This is so weird, dude. Like, actually, I don't even know what to read anymore. And the birds on the seams, like painted popinjays, preening themselves here and there, turtle doves and true lovers, thickly interlaced. As many birds there were as had been in town for 7 winters. The circlet that surrounded his crown was even more precious, a device of gleaming diamonds. Then they showed him the shield that was sheer gules with the pentangle painted in pure gold. He took it by the baldric and cast it around his neck, and it became the hero passing fair. And why though pentangle pertains to that noble prince, I mean to tell you, though it should delay me, it is a sign that Solomon set formerly as the wisdom of Solomon, as a token of truth by its own right, for it is a figure that holds 5 points, and each line overlaps and locks in another. And throughout it's endless, and the English call it everywhere, as I hear, the endless knot. Therefore it suits this knight in his clear arms, forever faithful in 5 things, and in each of them 5 ways. Gawain was known for good and refined gold, devoid of every villainy, adored with virtues. Therefore, the new pentangle he bore on a shield and coat, as the men's most true speech, and the knight's most gentlest of behavior. So, he's wearing something. First, he found faulties in his 5. So, it's been an hour and 1 minute. So, it's like weird to look at. 85 subscribers is such a good amount, because, like, I don't know. So, 1,200 subscribers giveaway. Haha. Wait. Did I put 1,000? Oh, 2,000 giveaway. Alright. So, what am I supposed to read part next? Alright. Wait. Bruh. Alright. So, finds that Christ received on the cross, as the creed tells, and wheresoever this man was hard bestead, in the melee his pious thought was in above all the other things. To take all strength from the 5 joys that courteous of the Queen of Heaven had her own. I'm so confused with this book, man. It's so weird. For this cause the knight had her image comely painted into the great half of his shield, that when he looked down thereupon, his courage never abated. Just like 9 more pages, Deven. You can do this, brother. For this the fifth 5 that I find that the hero used were generosity and fellowship above all things, his purity and his courtesy that never swerved, and the pity that passes all qualities. These very 5 were more surely set upon the warrior than any other. Now all these were established 5-fold in the night, and each one was fastened in another that had no end. Okay. Got to go. Alright, well, bye, brother. That is the true pentangle, as people properly call it. Now as the gay Gawain arrived, he caught upon his lance right there, and with a good day he went evermore. He spurred his steed with the spurs and sprang on his way so swiftly that the stone stuck out fire after him. All who saw the gentleman sighed in heart, and the heroes said all together to each other in their love for the comely knight, "By Christ, it is a shame that thou hero must be lost with who art so noble of life." This is got to go. All right, bye everyone. To have acted more warily would have been better counsel, and to have made yon dear one a duke, and it would have well become him to a brilliant leader of the people here. This would have been better than to have him utterly destroyed, given over to an elvish man for mere boasting pride. Whoever knew any king to take such counsel as to suffer knights to be tricked for a Christmas game. Much warm water dwelled from eyes when they seemed that seemly sire departed from dwellings that day. He made no stop, but whitely went his way. Many a tiresome path he rode, and as I heard the book tell. Now rides this hero, Sir Gawain, through the realms of Logris in God's behalf, though though to him it seemed no play. Oft all alone I'm alone. I'm alone. Oh no. Though it seemed to him no play. Often alone companionless, he looked at the night in places he had found not before him in the fair of he liked. No company he had but is full of his flips and downs, nor nobody but God to talk with by the way. Till that he approached the nigh unto the. Well, I think I'm gonna stop right here because everyone's gone. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like and subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.